Picture this. It's a Saturday morning. You wake up, you stretch, you grab your coffee, and you walk outside in your slippers. The sun is out. The air is fresh. And there it is, sitting in your driveway, freshly washed, gleaming under the morning light like something out of a car commercial. Your car, the one you worked so hard to get, the one you told yourself you deserved, the one you were genuinely proud of when you first drove it home. And for a moment, just a brief, beautiful moment, life feels good. Life feels like it's going somewhere. But then your phone buzzes on the kitchen counter. You walk back inside. You pick it up. Bank notification. $712 has just left your account. Automatically. Silently. Like it does every single month, without asking, without warning, without any emotion whatsoever. Just gone. And suddenly, that car in the driveway doesn't feel quite as good as it did 60 seconds ago. Now I want you to sit with something before we go any further into this video. I want you to genuinely think about this, not just hear it and move on. What if that car, that beautiful, comfortable status symbol sitting in your driveway, is the single biggest reason you can't seem to get ahead financially? What if the thing you've been treating as a reward for your hard work, as proof that you're doing well, as something you absolutely earned, what if that thing is actually a carefully designed trap? A trap built from the ground up by people who are very, very good at separating you from your money month after month, year after year, for your entire adult life. Because here's the truth that nobody in the dealership is going to tell you. Nobody in the finance office is going to lean across the desk and whisper in your ear. The car loan, specifically the way most people in this country take on car loans, is the #1 financial mistake silently keeping millions of people broke. Not just a little tight at the end of the month, not just unable to save as much as they'd like. Actually, structurally, mathematically, systemically broke. Trapped in a cycle they don't even fully understand because nobody ever explained it to them clearly. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why. You're going to see the real numbers, not the ones they show you on the monthly payment calculator, but the ones that actually matter. And more importantly, you're going to walk away knowing exactly what to do differently. So stay with me, because this one genuinely has the potential to change how you handle money for the rest of your life. Let's get into it. Why the car loan feels so normal. The first thing we need to address is why this mistake is so widespread, so common, and so hard to see when you're in the middle of it. And the answer is simple. The car loan feels completely, entirely, 100% normal. Look around you. Your coworkers have car payments, your neighbors have car payments, your siblings, your friends from college, the people you follow on social media. Virtually all of them have car payments. It's so universal, so embedded in the fabric of everyday adult life, that mentioning your car payment in conversation doesn't even raise an eyebrow. Nobody questions it. Nobody says, wait, are you sure that's a good idea? It's just assumed. You need a car. You finance it. You make monthly payments. That's what adults do. That's the script. And that normalization, that total, complete, unquestioned normalization, is precisely what makes it so financially devastating. When something is everywhere, when every person around you is doing it, your brain stops processing it as a financial decision. It stops evaluating it. It just accepts it as a feature of reality, like paying rent or buying groceries. You stop asking yourself, should I do this? And you start asking, which car should I get? The question shifts. And the moment the question shifts, the moment you go from evaluating whether to take on a car loan to simply deciding which car loan to take on, you have already handed control of that financial decision to someone else. The car industry understands this at a deep level. The banks understand it. The dealerships live and breathe it. They have spent decades, billions of dollars in marketing and generations of refined sales tactics, making the car loan feel like the only logical, reasonable, responsible path forward. And they've done it so effectively that most people never stop, never slow down, never actually sit down and do the real math on what they're agreeing to. So let's do that math right now. Together. No glossing over, No rounding numbers to make things look better. The real numbers. The real cost of a car loan. Let's use a realistic, everyday example. You decide to buy a car, nothing crazy, a solid, comfortable mid-size vehicle. The price is $36,000. You put $3,000 down, so you're financing $33,000. The dealership's finance office gets you approved at 7.5% interest over 72 months, 6 years, and your monthly payment comes out to $573. $573, and you think, okay, that's manageable, I can do that, I've seen worse. You sign the paperwork, you shake hands, you drive home. But here's what just happened beneath the surface in the math that nobody walked you through. Over 72 months, your total payments add up to $41,256 on a car you financed for $33,000. That means you paid $8,256 in interest. Over $8,000. Not toward the car, not building equity, not going anywhere useful. Pure interest. Money that left your account and enriched the lender who took on zero risk because the car itself was the collateral. Now add the depreciation. The moment you drove that $36,000 car off the lot, it lost somewhere between 10 and 15% of its value immediately. Before you got home, before you even showed it to anyone, that car is now worth approximately $30,000 to $31,000, and it will keep losing value every single year. By month 72, when you finally make your last payment and own it outright, that car might be worth $11,000 to $14,000 depending on the make, model, and condition. Let's run the full picture. You paid $3,000 down. You paid $41,256 in loan payments. Total out of pocket, $44,256, and you now own an asset worth approximately $12,000. You have lost over $32,000 on a car that you needed to get to work. And the brutal part? Most people don't keep the car for 6 years. Most people trade in after 3 or 4 years, often before they've paid off the loan, rolling negative equity, meaning the amount they still owe minus what the car is worth, directly into the next loan. So the cycle doesn't just repeat, it compounds. Each new loan starts from a worse position than the one before it. The payment mentality and why it's ruining you now. I want to talk about the psychological trap that makes all of this possible. Max calls it the payment mentality, and it might be the most financially destructive thought pattern that exists in modern consumer culture. The payment mentality is this: instead of thinking about how much something costs, you only think about whether you can afford the monthly payment. That's it. Can I swing $573 a month? Yes? Great. I'll take it. The total price, the interest rate, the loan term, the opportunity cost, the depreciation schedule. None of that enters the conversation. Just the monthly number. And here's the critical thing to understand. This is not an accident. This is not just how people naturally think about money. This is a deliberate, refined, aggressively tested sales strategy. When you walk into a dealership, one of the first questions you will be asked, almost guaranteed, is not, "What's your budget for a car?" It's, "What kind of monthly payment are you comfortable with?" That question is engineered. It's a pivot. It moves you from thinking about the full cost of a purchase to thinking only about a number small enough to feel manageable. Once they have your monthly payment target, they can manipulate every other variable. They can stretch the loan from 48 months to 60 to 72 to 84. Yes, 7-year car loans are now a real and common thing. They can adjust the interest rate. They can bump the price of the car. And as long as that monthly number stays in your comfort zone, you won't push back. You'll sign. This is how people end up with $50,000 trucks on $60,000 salaries. This is how people end up with 7-year loans on cars that will be worth $8,000 by the time they pay them off. The payment mentality makes it all feel reasonable in the moment, and it absolutely destroys your wealth over time. The shift you need to make, the single most important mental shift when it comes to cars, is from monthly payment thinking to total cost thinking. Ask yourself, what is the total amount of money that will leave my bank account because of this vehicle? All of it. Down payment, monthly payments, insurance increase, maintenance, all of it. And then ask, what is this vehicle going to be worth when I'm done paying for it? The gap between those two numbers is what this is actually costing you. The opportunity cost that will keep you up at night. Now we're going to go one level deeper, because the interest and the depreciation alone are painful enough. But there's a third layer to this that most people never consider, and when they finally see it clearly, it genuinely changes things. It's called opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is simply this. Every dollar you spend somewhere is a dollar that can't be somewhere else. Every dollar that goes to a car payment is a dollar that isn't invested. And in a world where compound interest exists, where money invested grows exponentially over time, the decision of where your dollars go isn't just about today. It's about the next 10, 20, 30 years. Let's go back to that $573 monthly payment. What if instead of sending that money to a lender every month, you invested it? Let's use a conservative historical return of 8% annually in a broad index fund. Nothing exotic, nothing speculative, just steady, boring, consistent investing. After 6 years, the length of that loan, you'd have approximately $51,000. After 15 years, that same monthly investment grows to roughly $187,000. After 30 years, you're looking at approximately $860,000, nearly $1 million from one car payment that you chose not to make. Now, of course, you need transportation. This isn't an argument for never owning a car. It's an argument for understanding the true, complete, long-term cost of how you choose to finance that car. Because when you see those numbers, when you genuinely internalize that a car payment doesn't just cost you $573 a month, but potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in future wealth, the decision looks completely different. How the dealership is making money off you twice. Let's talk about something that most car buyers have absolutely no idea is happening. Something that's entirely legal, entirely standard, and entirely designed to extract more money from you while you sit in that finance office feeling relieved that you got approved. When you finance a car through a dealership, the dealership is almost never lending you their own money. They're acting as a middleman between you and an outside lender, a bank, a captive finance company, a credit union. The lender approves you at a certain interest rate, let's say 5.5%, but the dealership tells you the rate is 7.5%. That 2% difference, known in the industry as the dealer reserve or finance reserve, goes directly into the dealership's pocket. Every single month for the entire life of your loan, you paid more. The lender got their cut, and the dealership pocketed the spread. All without you knowing it was happening. All with a smile and a handshake and a congratulations on your new car. This is why walking into a dealership with pre-approved financing already secured from your own bank or credit union is one of the highest leverage moves you can make as a car buyer. Because when you have your own rate in hand, you have a reference point. You have leverage. The dealership can no longer quietly inflate your interest rate without you noticing. And sometimes they'll actually try to beat your rate to keep the financing in-house, which means you might end up with an even better deal than you walked in with. But here's the thing. Most people don't do this. Most people walk in, sit down, hear you're approved, feel relieved, and sign whatever rate appears on the paperwork. And that lack of preparation costs them thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Buyer, the upgrade culture. Keeping you stuck, there is one more dimension to this problem that we have to talk about, because it might be the most insidious of all. It's the culture of the upgrade, and it is absolutely everywhere. We live in a world that is constantly, relentlessly nudging you to level up your car. New models drop every year. Your neighbors pull into the driveway with something newer. Instagram serves you ads for vehicles that look incredible. And slowly, without you even realizing it's happening, your current car starts to feel inadequate, a little outdated, a little less impressive, a little less representative of where you see yourself. So you trade in, you upgrade, you tell yourself you deserve it, and you get into a new loan. And here's what happens every single time you do that. If you owe more on your current car than it's worth, which is extremely common due to depreciation, especially in the first few years, that difference gets rolled into your new loan. So before you've even driven off the lot in your new car, you're already underwater, you're already starting from behind. Then the depreciation clock resets, the interest clock resets, and the whole expensive cycle starts again from an even worse position than before. People who trade in and upgrade every 2 to 3 years can spend their entire working lives making car payments without ever truly building any meaningful equity or financial progress. They're not building wealth. They're financing the appearance of success for themselves and the actual profits of the lenders and dealerships around them. The average new car payment in America right now is over $730 a month. Let that sink in. $730 every month for years. On something that loses value every single day it sits in the driveway. What to do instead? The real playbook. All right, enough on the problem. Let's talk about what you actually do instead, because this is where it gets empowering. Rule 1. Change your relationship with cars entirely. A car is a tool. Full stop. It moves you from one place to another. It does not define your value, your success, your taste, or your identity. The sooner you detach your ego from your vehicle, the sooner you start making financially rational decisions about transportation. The wealthiest people Max has researched, genuinely wealthy people, not people who appear wealthy on the surface, almost universally drive modest, reliable vehicles. Not because they can't afford something flashier, but because they fully understand that money spent on appearances is money not building real, compounding, life-changing wealth. Rule 2. Buy used, not new. A car that is 2 to 3 years old has already absorbed the worst of its depreciation. Someone else took the 15 to 25% hit in year 1. You're getting a vehicle that still has significant life in it at a price that reflects reality rather than the new car premium. This one decision alone can save you thousands of dollars on the purchase price and reduce your loan, if you take one at all, dramatically. Rule 3. Get pre-approved before you ever walk into a dealership. Go to your bank. Go to a credit union, which typically offers better rates than traditional banks. Know your rate before you sit across from a finance manager. This eliminates one of the most common and costly information asymmetries in the entire car buying process. Rule 4. Save and pay cash whenever possible. This sounds extreme to people who have never done it, but if you drive your current car for another 18 months while aggressively saving, you might be able to buy your next car outright. No payment, no interest, no lender. That is a level of financial peace that is genuinely hard to describe until you've experienced it. Rule 5. Keep your cars longer. Every year you drive a fully paid off, reliable vehicle is a year of car payments staying in your pocket or going into your investments. The financial math on holding a good car for 10 to 12 years versus trading in every 3 to 4 is absolutely staggering over a lifetime. The mindset that separates the wealthy from the broke. Here is the core of everything Max wants you to take away from this video. Not any single tactic, not any specific number. The mindset. The people who genuinely break the cycle, who actually build wealth and financial security over a lifetime, are almost always the people who learned one crucial skill. They learned to delay gratification. They learned that looking successful and being successful are two completely different things. They learned that the opinion of neighbors and colleagues and strangers on the street is worth exactly $0 on their balance sheet. You can drive a $10,000 car and be quietly, steadily, powerfully building wealth in the background, or you can drive a $55,000 car on an 84-month loan and spend the next 7 years looking like you've made it while actually falling further and further behind. Both paths are available to you. The choice genuinely is yours. Tell me what video you want me to do next. Until then, see you.